It may be known some as the gem state, but Idaho isn't uncovering any hidden treasures this year. In fact, sequestration budget cuts are coming down hard on the state to the tune of $20 million. So who's getting hit the hardest? Join us right now. Somebody you know? Idaho Governor Butch Otter. I'm born in Iowa. That's why I have Iowa on the mind. Good morning to you.
I forgive you.
3 weeks ago today, you were actually in the Oval Office, and the President of the United States pulled out a paper and told you what?
Well, actually, there were 48 other governors there as well. And the governors were pretty uniform, Steve, when they said, hey, listen, we can handle this 2.6% cut, this $85 billion. We've been doing this all these years, balancing our budget, right, making the tough decisions. And so if you'll just give us flexibility within those budgets so that we can move money around a little bit, say in health and welfare, right, move it from maybe some LIHEAP money, which is low-income energy assistance, to vaccination and for immunization for children.
So have they given you the flexibility?
Not yet, but the president was amenable to that.
Let's put up on the screen some of the impact areas there in your great state of Idaho. When it comes to the National Guard, it looks like some furloughs affecting about 810 people. When it comes to teachers, it looks like 50 teachers and aides at risk. Work-study jobs, Boise State's going to lose 50,000, impacts 54 students, and job search assistants could lose $3 or $4 million and eliminates 85 positions. Now, because you have a business background,
right?
I understand after your meeting with the other governors at the White House, you went back to all the heads of all your agencies and told them what?
Actually, we started that before. When we started our budget cycle in July of 2013, we said, listen, assume a 20% cutback.
20%?
Pardon me, 2012. We assume a 20% cutback. Listen, I spent 6 years in Congress. I knew this had to come, as did a lot of the other governors. And so we said, eventually, they got to make a correction. And so we went back and said, assume a 20% cutback, go through your agency, find out how much federal money has been coming into your agency and what mission critical necessary things you have to do to make sure that you can finish your critical mission.
See, it's great that you prepared the state of Idaho for the problem, whereas you look at what happened down in Washington, it's kind of like, oh, we never thought this was actually going to happen.
Well, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. You know, you're at $16.7 trillion right now and headed in the wrong direction. And so we understand that there's got to be a correction. And so the $85 billion is a good first start.
No kidding. All right. Governor Butch Otter of the Gem State. I always thought it was the potato state. It's that too, right?
Well, as long as you're eating Idaho potatoes, I'm satisfied, as long as you're not eating those Iowa potatoes.
There you go. Although they are tasty. We used to raise them. All right, Governor, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
All right.